Om Shanti. Good morning, Diamond Morning. Baba's Murli. Today is the 8th of November 2022. In the essence, Baba says, sweet children, your spiritual pilgrimage is very incognito. You have to continue to keep the yoga of your intellects on this pilgrimage. Only by doing this do you earn an income. Question. What are the signs of children who stay on the spiritual pilgrimage? What are the signs of children who stay on the pilgrimage of remembrance? That is, answer. They are very mature and sensible. They always remain peaceful. They do not have any impure arrogance. They do not like anything except having a remembrance of the Father. They speak very little and very softly. They perform every action through signals. They do not speak or laugh loudly. Their behavior is very royal. They have the intoxication of being the children of God. They live with one another with a lot of love. They never become like salt water. Their way of speaking is very first class. And the song of Baba's Murli. O traveler of the night, do not become weary. The destination of dawn is not far off. Om Shanti. You children know that you are travelers of the night. However, it is not that you connect your intellects in yoga only at night or that you travel at night. No, this is an unlimited matter. Those physical pilgrimages only take place during the day. They don't travel at night. At night, they all go to sleep. You and the Father know this pilgrimage. That is, the incorporeal Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, and you, incorporeal souls, know it. At the moment, the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul is sitting in this body and teaching you this pilgrimage. Neither has anyone heard of this from the scriptures, nor can any of the scholars or pundits teach it. This pilgrimage can be undertaken at night or even at Amrit Vela. It can be at any time. Devotees wake up early in the morning and sit in their special little rooms and perform their worship. You're told that the pilgrimage of remembrance is also better in the early morning. This is a spiritual pilgrimage. You children have become soul conscious. To have the faith that you are a soul is not like going to your auntie's home. You repeatedly forget this. There are many who don't know this pilgrimage. It doesn't sit in their intellects. Once they have started out on a pilgrimage, they should constantly remain on it. You don't stop when you are on a pilgrimage. To stop means that you don't have the interest to go on the pilgrimage. Your pilgrimage is incognito. This is not mentioned in any of the scriptures. The more your intellects stay in yoga on the pilgrimage, and the more you continue to remember the Father, the more income you will earn. Your intellects race in yoga to the Father. You have to become soul conscious for this. You have been body conscious for half a cycle. You have to end that habit you have had for half the cycle in this one birth. This is not an ordinary spiritual gathering where you listen to scriptures. You're sitting here whilst considering yourselves to be souls and remembering the Father. Then you also have to follow the Father's directions that He gives you through Brahma. You have to have very good qualities too. You mustn't have devilish traits. In that, the first number is impure arrogance, and all other vices follow it. So, the practice of having the faith that you are a soul requires great effort. Many are unable to make this effort. Why? It is not in their fortune. What are the signs of those who stay on this pilgrimage? They are very mature and sensible. They don't like anything except having remembrance of the Father. Many people like silence. Sannyasis even go and stay in solitude in the forests, but they remain in remembrance of the Brahma element. That pilgrimage is false because the element of Brahma is not the Almighty Authority Father. The Father of souls is only the one incorporeal Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul Shiva, to whom all souls call out. A soul never says, O Brahm, Baba, or O Baba, element. No, a soul always says, O Supreme Father, Supreme Soul. He has to have a name. The element of Brahm is the great element, a place of residence. The Father says, to say Brahmgyani or Brahm Yogi is an illusion. Someone said it and others accepted it. On the path of devotion, all the paths they show are false, and this is why they cannot become soul conscious. They have said that each soul is the Supreme Soul, and so with whom could they have yoga? The Father says, all of that knowledge is false. That is, it is not knowledge at all. There are two terms. There are two terms, knowledge and devotion. For half a cycle there is knowledge, and for half a cycle there is devotion. The Father comes and explains that there are only explanation of devotion in those scriptures. Knowledge is something different. For half a cycle, there is knowledge, which means the golden and silver ages today. Then, for half a cycle, there is devotion. That is, there is the night, the copper and iron ages. Even scholars and teachers don't know such easy things. They have no power left at all. You say that the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is teaching you. Those people say that he is omnipresent. How could he teach you? You have to beat your heads a great deal. A young girl wrote the news. And what news? A businessman asked her, have you studied the scriptures? She replied, God has explained the essence of the scriptures to us. We have no other guru. So he began to give his own dictates, saying that one must definitely study the scriptures and do this and that. She just continued to listen to him. However, you have to have courage in order to explain to eminent people. Tell them that is fine. We have to study the Vedas and scriptures, but the versions of God are no one can meet me by studying them. No one can attain liberation in life through those. This is the first thing to explain. What is your connection with the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul? Although you may be the mayor, I am just asking you one thing. Then see what response he gives. Everyone has forgotten the Father. Therefore, first of all, give his introduction. However, some children forget such things. They don't follow Srimad. The first Srimad says, remember me. Simply remember me, even if it is for an hour or half an hour. Some children don't remember me even for 5 minutes. All of this can be known from their qualities. If they were remembering God, their behavior would be very royal. You children have even seen kings, but this chariot of Baba's is very experienced. He knows everyone. When a Maharaja, in brackets a great king, would want to buy a piece of jewelry, he would come to Baba, simply touch it, and then leave. And his secretary would then come and negotiate its purchase. Therefore, they have so much protocol. You are incognito, but your behavior should be very royal. You should speak very little. Why? We have to go from talking to the subtle and from the subtle to the incorporeal world. On the path of devotion, they cry out in a great deal. They sing songs. Here, you mustn't make any sound at all. You have the knowledge inside you that you are souls. Very few days remain here. You now have to return home. Shiv Baba speaks so little. He simply signals, remember me and your inheritance. Talk no evil, see no evil, dot, dot, dot. At many centers, very good BKs speak and laugh so loudly. Don't even ask. Baba continues to explain to you. You need to have so much love here. In the golden age, the lion and the lamb drink water together. Here, there has to be a lot of love. We are God's children, and our behavior has to be very royal. We are the children of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. We are following Srimad and claiming our unlimited inheritance. If you don't follow Srimad, you do so much disservice. This is why it takes a lot of time. Your way of speaking has to be very first class. Children in schools are number ones. Some study very well, and some are third class. Poor children have a lot of love. 50 poor ones, but only one wealthy one would come. Why? Baba is the Lord of the poor. Mama was poor, but she went ahead of Baba. She received a lift. Baba entered this one. This too is a lift. You children have to be calm, soul conscious. You also have to learn manners. Only then will your mercury of happiness rise. The Father says, you have to become full of all virtues, 16 celestial degrees full, completely viceless, pure souls. When you come to this one, first remember Shiv Baba and then come. You have to remember Shiv Baba. This one was a village urchin. Baba says this is the world of orphans, the world of chokri, Baba is saying boys, who cause sorrow. Baba is using another word. Chokri is translated from Hindi as why have they fallen? Maya made them fall. Baba tells you the reason. You people of Bharat were the masters of heaven. So why did you fall? What is the reason? Baba says, you forgot me, the Father. Now remember me, and you will be able to climb up. The main thing is to remember the Father, listen to, and relate things of knowledge. Do service. Mama also used to do service. Baba cannot go to many places. Children earn an income, and so they are the ones who do service. Baba has to stay in one place. Everyone has to come here to be refreshed. Those who come to Madhuban receive many points from Baba, the ocean. There is a difference. Even though there are very good children at the centers, they have to come here. Baba explains very well. Many very good children are like salt water with each other. And so what would they teach others? They don't even speak to one another. They defame the name so much. Therefore, Baba speaks the Murli so that perhaps the children's eyes can open. However, some Brahmin teachers don't meet amongst themselves. They don't even speak to one another. This is a very high destination. Baba says, I come to make you into the masters of the world. There are no weapons, etc. here. There is no question of expense either. Simply remember Baba and imbibe divine virtues. Speak very sweetly amongst yourselves. Give everyone points of knowledge. This is your only business. Those people sing songs of devotion, and they sing like, O purifier, come and purify us. The God of the Gita did come and purified you. You know that the God of the Gita is once again changing you ordinary humans into Narayan, from human beings into deities. However, examine the virtues in yourselves. For some, it is as though they are telling lies in their number one religion. For some, it is as though they are telling lies is their number one religion. You children must not cause the slightest sorrow. Those who cause sorrow for others are worse than animals. They say one thing with their mouths, but they live like salt water with one another. And so they do a lot of disservice. This is said to be an eclipse of Maya. When there are bad omens over some, they cause deformation. The bad omens of some last for a short time, whereas the bad omens of others are not removed until the end. Therefore, children, you have to remain busy doing service. Baba, I cannot stay without doing service. Send me somewhere. Baba will not allow anyone who doesn't know how to do service to go anywhere. Baba will see whether someone has an interest in doing service. Some say, Baba, I have an interest in doing this particular type of service. And so Baba sends them there. What status would you claim without doing service? Your service is to change human beings into deities. You have to ask, what is your relationship with the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul? Baba has given a direction to those from Kurukshetra to put up big boards. Definitely put up these posters at the fairs, and everyone will think, yes, you are asking the right question, and this is something good. The guides there are such that they spoil their head. It has been seen that a lot of service can take place on pilgrimages. Many understand this knowledge, but then say, if we began to explain this knowledge, our income would end. So many of our followers would say that we have become attracted to the BKs. You need great wisdom and farsightedness in this. The greatness is of Shiv Baba. You have to follow his Srimad. A very good intellect is needed for knowledge. You have to follow Srimad. Many have arrogance and think that there is no one like them. Some are such budhus that they think, who is Brahma anyway? Just as I am a student, Brahma is also a student. I am clever in some points, and perhaps Brahma would be clever in some points. However, Mama and Baba must surely be the cleverest of all. Why do you oppose them? Many develop arrogance. Baba says, O traveler of the night, do not become weary. Let go of your monkey business. Otherwise, there will be punishment. You have to imbibe divine virtues. You must never give anyone wrong directions and break their intellect's yoga. Those who gossip and tell tales give wrong directions. This is also mentioned in the scriptures. There is one Rama, and all the rest are Sitas. The behavior of you children has to be very divine. Acha, okay. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bapdada. The spiritual father says, Namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say, Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dharana points to practice for today. First point. The true Father has come to make you truthful. Therefore, never tell lies. Always remain honest and truthful. Never cause anyone sorrow. Second point. Only speak about things of knowledge. Let your way of speaking be first class. Don't give anyone wrong directions and tell them tales. Baba's blessing for today. May you experience your companion to be combined with you and become an embodiment of remembrance. And who is that companion? God Himself, Baba. Many children have made the Father their companion. However, you have to experience the companion to be combined with you. You cannot be separated. No one has the power to separate you from your combined form. Bring this experience into your awareness again and again, and you will become an embodiment of remembrance. The more you continue to increase experiencing your combined form, the lovelier and entertaining you will find Brahmin life to be. And the slogan for today: if you tie the belt of determination, you will not get upset on your seat. Om Shanti. Do have a very powerful day in being combined with Baba. In the combined form, says never be separated. And let's remain on the pilgrimage of remembrance. Om Shanti.